Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. How is everybody? Fantastic, I hope. I'm fantastic. I'm very tired. I'm faking this enthusiasm right now, but I'm doing a good job, eh? How are we all? Good? Fantastic. Look at these people popping in to watch and chat with everybody. Good on yous. Good on yous. And just a bit of an advertising reminder out there. Don't forget you can join us all on our Facebook Hangout. Just go to Oz Scale Modeling on Facebook group, and I'll send you an invite if you apply. It's easy to apply. The initiation is quite simple. You won't get hurt much, and I'll let you into the group. You'll be fine. How are we all? Good? That's good. I'm on the webcam as normal, but I'm sort of, the camera is down on the tripod here, and yeah, I just still got monitor problems. The monitor tends to want to turn off randomly. I haven't been able to. In fact, I was just thinking just now, I'm stupid. I was at the computer store yesterday and I should have picked up a new HDMI cable. I was just about to say I still haven't picked up a new cable. I was right there. Amazing. Oh well, I bought a new screen for my phone because the other one was cracked and not too good. They're really nice there. They gave me a spare cloth and other bits and pieces in this little packet here. It cost me, how much was it? About $10 Australian, or about $8 Australian for a new anti-glare screen fitted to my phone. So I'm a winner there. How are we, Jeff? Jeff's in. Hello, Jeff. Welcome, mate. Good afternoon to you. And James is there. There we get the names up there. There we go. There he is, the big man. There's Jeff. And there's James. Fantastic. Jeff and James. I got the camera sort of blocking my chat that I'm trying to read. There we go. Who else we got? Going down the list. You guys chatting about tanks by the looks of it? And tanks and that dreaded word tracks. Good on you. What else we got? Talk about something I want to hear. Let's see. We're going down. Skullfish is there. Hello, Skullfish. Welcome, mate. Welcome. Who else we got? Jim's there. Hello, Jim. Good afternoon to you, I think. Yes. Did a temperature check this morning. Let's have a look. I've updated this. Run that across the bottom. Oh, I've made a mistake. Hang on. I'm going to have to edit it. I've got London's 131 degrees Celsius. Jesus. Let me just fix that up for a second. That should be 13 degrees. There we go. Save that. Show that. That's better. Everywhere's 13. Chicago is only 13 degrees. Sydney is only 13 degrees. Paris is a bit more at 15. Look at Winnipeg. Look at Paul Ron in Winnipeg. 10 degrees. Eh? He'll have snow there soon. If not already. I don't know. And of course, Chiang Mai, I beat you all for a change. Even though it's 4:05 a.m., it's 25 degrees. 25. 16 Jet saying in Vancouver. Okay. Well, we got, how many people coming here? Nearly 20 people. Good on yous. Let's go down. Let's have a look. So yes, g'day to Jim. We got, nearly said my own name. Hello, Stephen. Welcome. Mr. Stephen Haynes Models is in the house. And Hobby Time is there as usual. How are you, buddy? Fantastic. We got Az's Scale Model channel. Hello, mate. I am well. Yes, I'm very well. The weather's getting better here. I don't know how it can't get better than it already is. It's great, but it's getting a little bit not quite as hot. It's hot in the sun, but if you find a spot in the shade, there is a slight breeze about that's not usually around. And that's quite a little bit of a cool, not cool, but takes that burning heat off a bit. So we're getting to the top peak high season here in Thailand, and up here in the north, it's going to be winter soon. Winter is nothing like winter I've ever experienced. Winter is still going to be quite warm, but bearably warm. Okay, so like I say, it got down to 25 degrees overnight. So that's cool by standards, you know. It's still getting up to 30 during the day, but still great by the pool. It was fantastic by the pool yesterday. Let's see, how else are we going? Everyone's saying hello to everybody. Daniel's there. Hello, Daniel. I hear talk about you and the Yamato on other channels. It was quite a build. Do you? Okay. I've been slacking off and haven't been watching a lot of other people on the channels. I did see Nigel talk about the Yamato. I think he's got a model that he's going to start on or do something with, and he's talking about the pack of extra photo etch and stuff. So, yes, the Yamato certainly was. And by the way, for anyone who happens to just be in Sydney, Australia, or going that way, the Yamato, who I gave it to a friend of the family to look after, he's moving and downsizing from his house to a smaller place and doesn't have the space for it. So we need to find a new home for the Yamato. So if anyone's in Sydney or going to Sydney and wants a completed Yamato ship, throw me an email, let me know. Yeah, I don't know otherwise I don't know what's going to become of that. But anyway, so yeah, it was certainly a good build. It is still today my most watched video on the channel. Right up to of every channel every day, more people daily are still watching that first Yamato build. The first part 1 with the unboxing and the final are the two biggest, most watched build on the channel every day. I think I haven't looked at it lately, but you know, I'm averaging about 50 to 100 views every day on that. It's just a lot of people are still building it or thinking about it. And I don't think Trumpeter's come out with anything since. I don't think even the Shan horse in that scale it didn't have the popularity. You see, it wasn't as well known, especially by Japanese. How are we going? Let's have a look. We go 16 in Vancouver, yes. It's 13, says Jim there, where he is in Chicago with a strong northwesterly breeze. Okay. Stephen Kessel is in. Hello, buddy, from Maryland. Welcome. Welcome, mate. What else we got? Just checking over my laptop. Oh, we've got over 20 watching now. That's great. That's great. 5 p.m. here in Maine. It is it? Daniel. Maine. That's right. That's right. My hero, Stephen King, lives up in Maine. God, I've got to get one of his books to read. I haven't been reading his books in years. I'm way behind. I've probably read and got every book he ever wrote up until about, gosh, I go 10 years now, up until about 10 years ago. I'm a big fan. I love his house, a beautiful Cape Cod red cedar place there in Bangor. All right, sticking to the subject. What is the closest country to me? All right, so to me, right where I am here in Chiang Mai, it's only about, I'd say, a 3-hour motorcycle ride straight north of here, and I would be in Myanmar, in Burma, at the border. Okay. Now, if I was to go to the northeast. Is that right? Yeah, to the northeast to Chiang Rai. So there's Chiang Mai. Chiang Rai is about an hour and a half, I think, on a motorbike, and then maybe half an hour further on. So probably 2 to 3 hours, I'm guessing, there in that direction, and I would be on the border with Laos and the Mekong River. Yeah. But I've got a few plans. I'm actually going to take a trip into Burma, probably in January. I was going to go as early as in a couple of months or late next month, but the violence has picked up a little bit. Hey, okay, Brian Windmill, how are you, buddy? Welcome. And GB Models, g'day. Yeah, so the violence has picked up a little bit there. Other than the war going on, there's a lot of what are they? Gemstones. It's like the blood diamonds in Africa. Well, Burma has sapphires and rubies. Okay, and it's a big market there. There's a lot of mines, a lot of Chinese-owned mines, and very wealthy Burmese-owned, and it's government controlled, and it's big money, and yeah, there's a bit of conflict happening. This is how the bad people support their military forces over there. But anyway, yeah, I want to go over there. I want to encourage people to. I want to video and show that it's a safe place to travel for a holiday, which it is, as far as I know. I might be wrong, but if you stay in the main capital cities, either Yangon or Mandalay, and if you go to the touristy places, tourist spots, I think it's quite safe. It's quite okay, and it is an amazing place. Of the top 3 countries to live in Asia, or 2 other countries, if I could not live here in Thailand for some reason, number 3 would have been Burma, because it was fantastic. I loved it there. Number 1 would be Indonesia. I liked Indonesia as well. Vietnam probably up there on level with Burma. But yeah, that's the closest country, Burma. Burma is quite big, actually. It's quite deceiving. Burma is larger than Thailand. It stretches from the border of China and Bangladesh in India, and all the way down the whole length of Thailand, all the way down nearly as far as Malaysia. It's massive, Burma. A lot of areas you can't go to, or there's not much to see and go to. There's beaches in Burma down in the south you can visit, limited number. But yeah, fantastic place. It's huge. I traveled there about 20 years ago, I suppose I could say that long ago. Yeah, about 20 years ago, and it was amazing. All right. How are we going? 25 watching. Good on you. If you're new, say hello in chat. We got, what's this one? A modeler in Winnipeg is building a 148 scale U-boat. That's Ron Calvary. Yeah. PE came up and sadded you in the Yamato. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Oh, yes. That's yeah. That's Ron. Yeah. I've known Ron for a couple of years and following him, and yeah. He may be in here. He might even say he comes. Sometimes he pops in on the live chat here and he says hello. So you might see him in here. But that's Ron in Winnipeg. He's doing that U-boat. And yes, the Yamato. He was going to buy the Yamato. Was going to be the next on his list, but then he bought the U-boat instead. He watched me build the Yamato, and he saw some of the difficulties I had. Mainly in regards to the photo etch on the guns. There's so much of it, and it's not like in that kit, it's not like you have the option to build the plastic guns that sit all over the deck of the Yamato. The kit comes with about 15 or 13 sheets of photo etch, and you have to use the photo etch to build the guns. You don't have a choice, whereas other kits, it's optional. And it was a struggle for me, and I guess most people, because some of those guns with the little seats on either side. You know, they're sitting there and they're controlling them and that. All the little bits of photo. Sometimes there were about 15 pieces of photo etch on every single gun, and you had to make over 20 of them. So there's a couple of hundred pieces of photo etch, and it's tiny, and you have to get the glue spot on, and everything has to be exact. It's hard, and I think it helped convince Ron to give it a miss, which I think he does have the option. You can go and buy the resin guns separately if you want to invest and do it that way, and they're already made up, and you just need to paint them and put them on. So that's it. But the rest of the build is not too bad. The rest of it you can, and I think he can handle no problem at all. But the guns were a struggle. The guns took me 2 weeks alone to build those 25 guns. Yeah, with hundreds of pieces of photo etch. But yeah, that's all good. He might. I don't think it's off the cards. I think he may still attempt it. Like I said, you don't need to. You can buy those guns separately if you want, and it would be an amazing ship to put in the collection in his cabinet there for sure. So Daniel's saying, what's Jeff saying? Yes, talking about Ron. Yes. He puts a video out every day without fail. And it's not just about building the model, either the U-boat or the ships. It's about the process he goes through videoing it. Yeah, it's very, very interesting. Sometimes I am intensely interested in kit, but have no intentions of building the same. That's right. I know what you mean. It's like, yeah, like I'm intensely interested in tank builds, but I have no intention of building another one anytime soon. Oh, Jesus. Oh, unless it comes with rubber tracks or some alternative there. Jim's saying Nigel's Yamato models is the very fine, the very fine kit. I think that's the manufacturer. Yeah, that's right. It is. Yeah, very detailed kit. I think that's a 1350 Scar. Yeah. But see, Nigel's got two Yamatos. He's got the gallery models. I don't know if he's got the gallery models one or the Glow 2B. Can't remember which one the UK got in Europe. There were 3 brands. Mono something, Gallery, and Glow 2B, all were distributors for the Trumpeter 1200 Yamato. Depending on where you lived in the world, depended on which distributor you got. The models were exactly the same. The only difference that I could tell was one of them had the instructions in a ring binder, which was a good idea, much better than your normal fold-out pages. Other than that, they're all exactly the same model. And yes, Nigel bought 2 of them. He's got 2 of them, along with the King's Models aftermarket photo etch set, which that alone cost almost as much as the model. So huge. So there you go. Hello, Brian. Yes, how are you? I'm behind in chat, I know, and I'll catch up to you. Every now and then I do glance at my laptop and try and see. Yeah, you're right, Jim. A simpler model, the full interior one. Look, I like doing the full interior of that tank. I had no problem with that. That was okay. I like seeing that detail in there. It's like doing the hangar in an aircraft carrier. You know, the Kitty Hawk I did a full hangar interior, which wasn't part of the kit. I just bought all the board and all the stuff. I did all the walls. I like doing all that interior stuff. It was fantastic. Put the lights in there so you could look through the side and see all the aircraft in the interior. So, but those tracks are just killing me. Yes, don't forget to put your clocks back in the UK. That's tomorrow for you guys, isn't it? I think. Yeah, or tonight for you guys. Put your clocks back. So you'll be able to enjoy my show an hour earlier. which is good. Hopefully that'll give an opportunity for people that can't come on so late to get in, and I might get a few extra people. That'd be great. I can't get up at 3 o'clock and stream earlier than I do now. Australia's changed their clocks as well. Not Queensland where I'm from, but New South Wales and I think Victoria. They're an hour later. So, which is good for Australia because it's in the morning over there. It's nearly 8:30 in the morning now in Sydney, whereas it was 7:30 in the morning. So it works both ways good. Here in Thailand, we don't touch the clocks. They stay the same. Yeah. So, which sort of reminds me, I've got a live stream planned an hour later on my other channel for this morning, my time, which is going to put it out of the reach for most people in the UK, because then it's going to be almost midnight in the UK. But to be honest, for that particular channel, most of my viewers are in America. Something like 60%. It's as high as that. 60% of my Discovering Thailand channel viewers are in America. So I need to cater for that audience, and they come on live. So everyone's saying hello, hello. What? As a World War II historian, I prefer Burma over Myanmar. Yeah. It's Myanmar is the proper name for the country now. They recently changed that. Burma, I find that a bit easier to pronounce, and more people know the name Burma for people who don't travel or don't know the country. Myanmar, I think it's pronounced Myanmar, not Myanmar, Myanmar. That's with my Aussie accent. And Marvel Pix is there. Hey, buddy, welcome. Yeah, you're welcome. Dropping in, saying hello. Cheers, mate. Thank you. Very good. Bildrat's there. Hello, Bildrat. How are you, buddy? Moaning Pepperly. Good on you, mate. Yeah, so it's for you, like I was just saying, it's now 9:30 in the yes, that right, 4:30, 8:30 in the morning, a little bit later, so that's good. A little bit chilly in New South Wales, probably more so where you are, up in the northern region there. Who else we got here? Let's go down chat. What's this, Jeff? No plan to visit North Korea then, Pete? No, but it would probably be safer to visit North Korea, for sure. And you know what? I don't think you can't visit North Korea. Maybe an American can't visit North Korea, but as an Australian citizen, I don't think it's impossible not to go there. You'd just be a bit restricted, a little bit restricted on where you can point your camera and where you can go and things like that. But look, you can go anywhere if you really want to. You know, I mean, I don't listen to these. You know, your country puts out travel warnings for places. I'm not going to really bother worrying about them too much. Hello, Peter Kwan. How are you, mate? Welcome. You know, I mean, I went to Somalia and Mogadishu when it was a no-go zone from Kenya in Nairobi. I caught a train and went over the border for about 5 days. Yeah, boy, that's another story. But anyway, I survived. Yeah. Even Burma. I was there probably 20 years ago when the government was still corruption, but there was a woman called Mihon Sun, or I can't pronounce her name, but she got into power and she opened up the country after years of being under suppression and for tourists. And I got in there and it was great. But it was fantastic place. What else we got? Going down the list. Mark's Mods. Hey, buddy, welcome. Another great channel. If you're not already, visit Mark's Mods. Fascinating stuff. Good channel. Go check him out. I haven't watched you for a while, mate. I've just been busy with everything else. But good to see you, mate. Welcome. Jet's saying, I would never go to Myanmar, not until the government is overthrown. You might be waiting a while, and that's the problem. That's the problem. That's not going to happen anytime soon, because there's just too much corruption going on, and the day that it does happen, it's going to be a mess. It's terrible. There's a lot of racism going on there. I've been watching a few documentaries. and how it really is like, it's like Germany with the Jews is the situation over there. Anyway, we're not going to go into it, but I think it's quite all right, safe to go over there. The income gap in Myanmar is amongst the wildest in the world. Oh, for sure, as the large population of the economy is controlled by the military junta. That's right. Yeah. In fact, I can tell you, I did a bit of research. 8 months ago, you could get 4,000 krat. So it's called krat, the currency. You could get 4,000 to the US dollar. Okay, so the US dollar. So to give you an idea, it would cost you about the equivalent of 50 cents to buy a can of Coke in, say, a shop somewhere. 50 cents for a can of Coke. All right, that was back earlier this year. Today, right at this week, you can now change your US dollar. Instead of for 4,000, it's getting up as high as 8,000. You're getting double your money now. And if you do it on the black market in the street, you can get higher exchange rate than that. But going on 8,000, so everything has come down even cheaper for a foreigner on a foreign US dollars. But for local people, that means everything has got more expensive, doubled in price, and it's terrible. They're having a really terrible time. Poverty is just shocking. But like most countries like that, a lot of villages, people that are minorities and live outside in the outskirts and remote areas are more self-sufficient. They grow their own food. They come together. They share their own food, and they have their bartering system over there. So money doesn't play that big a role, other than the fact that, well, you know, you're not going to grow and your kids haven't got much future and things like that. So yeah, it's quite a struggle over there. But yeah, the inflation over there is just amazingly high. So anyway, we're going down. How else are we going? Everyone's saying hello to everybody. 14 sheets. I don't know what that was, but cool. Ron exactly talked about those guns of Photo Etch. Yeah, he would have. Was that in his last one? I'll have to watch his last one. Yeah, I'll have to watch his last one and see. But yeah, that's right. Yes, he's called the model ship. So you can whip over there, and maybe if Jeff could whack a link in the description for the model ship, which he has. There we go. Hey, read my mind. Good on you. And James has said Glow 2B. Yeah, that's the one that Europe got. Yeah. Beautiful kit. Beautiful kit. And I was just lucky with my channel because I did my best to get hold of the first one in Australia when that model was released. I had every model ship lined up with an order in there, and I said, look, I really need this ASAP. And it was one of the online stores that are based in Melbourne got the first delivery. So Australia has one import company for all the models, and they distribute it to all the model shops throughout Australia. All right, I can't remember the name of this company, but I got through to them and I found out when the load was coming in on the ship, and roughly the date it was getting distributed to the stores. And this one in Melbourne were the first one to take the delivery. So I rung them, I told them, I said, I got a YouTube channel, I really want to get this on my channel and start building it. And they said, not a problem. So they, as soon as it was arrived at their store, they boxed it up, wrapped it up, and couriered it by courier. I got a notification telling me, I'll never forget this, I got a notification in the afternoon at about 3 p.m. that it's being packaged and a courier will be picking it up shortly. This is in Melbourne, right? If you don't know, I was in Sydney at the time. So Sydney and Melbourne, it's a 12-hour drive to there, right? So what happened was I had it delivered to where I work because it was too big a box to get delivered to my apartment. And plus there's a chance that I might not be there when it came, and what are they going to do? Just leave this big box at the door someone could walk off with? So I got them to deliver it to my work. So I went to sleep that night. The next morning I went into work. I go in there early. I was a truck driver. I pick up my truck. I go for, it's already loaded up by the guys during the day shift the day before. And I go off and do my deliveries. I do my trip to Canberra and everywhere else. And then I go back. While I was on that trip, just before I got back to work at about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, my boss rings me and says, you got a delivery here. There's a huge box. I couldn't believe it. Within 12 hours, it had been sent by truck directly by courier straight to me in Sydney. So when I got to work, there's this massive box. I'm on my motorbike. How the hell do I get this home? So what I had to do was call an Uber, throw it in the back seat of the Uber, send them to my house and follow them on my motorbike. And that's how I got it home. And then straight up, I wanted to be the first one in Australia for sure, but definitely one of the first in the world to get this thing up on video of an unboxing. And I did, I managed it. I think that video is up, coming up onto 100,000 views or something now. So that was fantastic. So yeah, I got really lucky, and of course doing the build for it. So there you go. Boy, God, you just subbed. Yes, yeah, just sub to Ron's channel. Yeah, do that. The link's there. There it is. You got that there, Jeff. Thanks. But for sure, yeah. But yeah, check out Ron's channel. Yeah, it's great. He's great. Yeah, every day. Let's see, what else we got? Tamiya have a 1/35 scale Panzer I coming out. Okay. That's a tank, isn't it? Yeah, we'll see. So yeah, I'm watching. Yeah, me and Jeff. I think me and Jeff. Ron posts as soon as he releases his video. He posts it, the link into our Scalemodeling Hangout in Facebook. He posts the link straight into there. And I think mostly Jeff beats me to it lately, but we're always hitting that like button straight up within minutes of him posting it. To me, it's around about 9 a.m. here in Thailand, and then end up having it play while we're doing other things, or and watch it. That's good. Your motorbike kits are all nice builds. Yeah, they must have been kind of easy. Yeah, there was nothing difficult about motorbikes. It's not like you got to do any sanding of parts or anything like that. They all fit together really well, especially if they're a Tamiya kit. And definitely easy to do, and beautiful detail in the engines. I love painting the engines, just getting that the metallic colors right, doing the spark plug leads and the wiring, and just getting that engine looking real. And the chrome work on them are really good too. There was one bike, I don't remember which one it was I built, that I ended up using an oven cleaner and took the chrome off, and then I re-chromed them with the Outlaw Paints chrome. and it came up beautiful. You know, I did the gloss black base coat, and then I did the chrome over the top with the outlaw paints. Beautiful. But in reality, I don't think it looked any better to if I'd left the original chrome on there in the first place. It was as good, but I don't think it was better than the original plastic chrome. The only difference, the only thing is that when you cut chrome parts off the sprue where that nub was, you're damaging the part where the chrome is, and you can see the plastic underneath. And that was the point of stripping the chrome paint off and then redoing them, so you don't have those points where you cut them off the sprue touched up, which is bodgy, right? You don't do that. But what I found with Tamiya kits is a lot of the times those parts that you cut them off the sprue are usually hidden anyway. They're usually hidden under the exhaust, near the connection point, or in an area you can't see anyway. So the Honda Monkey that I built with all the chrome on it, I left the original chrome on them, no problem. And where I cut off, I do have chrome marker pens. They're okay to touch up. Nowhere near as looking as good as the original, but it covers it and makes it not quite as obvious. But when you put them together during the build, they're hidden underneath anyway. So Tamiya do a good job of hiding those parts. So there you go. That was my thing with those bikes. All right. What else we got? Sometimes I wonder about you even considering going to North Korea. I've always gone off the beaten track in my travels. Every time I go overseas, I always go to places where people don't go. You know, Anthony Jones is there. Hello, mate. Welcome. Okay, tax dodgers. Yeah. So I've always gone like that, you know. I guess I just like the thrill of the story. I've been, you know, camping in a tent in the Serengeti and being attacked by hyenas during the night. It's all fun, you know. It's all part of the excitement, you know. Having some of the most dangerous animals, which are the buffalo, grazing around your tent at night. These things like weigh 5 tons, and they're right beside your head, chomping away on the grass throughout the night. Oh, you know, to give you an idea how dangerous those buffalo are in Africa, we had an armed park ranger in the Serengeti with his rifle standing around all night, and if you needed to go use the bathroom, you would get up out of your tent, shine your torch at him, and he would walk over to you and escort you to the toilet block, avoiding the buffaloes or anything else that might be out there that could eat you. You know, yeah. I just love it. I just love the excitement. You know, I even whipped into, I know off subject again, but I even whipped across into Rwanda from Uganda. They just opened the border the day before, after there was the Ebola outbreak in the Congo. See, the border from Uganda into Rwanda is also on the corner of the Congo. Okay, and the Congo was rife in Ebola Zaire. Well, no, it was a different Ebola, but deadly. All right, and they just got control of that, and they opened the border. So me and about, you know, of the group that we were doing the tour, about 6 of us put our hands up when our guide said, "Do you any of you want to go and have a look in Rwanda? You can go in there for just for the day, go into the capital city, go to the Hotel Rwanda, which is famous for the movie, and go to the genocide memorial, all that." So we put our hands up and we went across the border, and we had to pay $60. We got the stamps on the spot. We do COVID tests, temperature checks, all that. Wash your hands. UNICEF were there at the border, and we got through, and we went in and had a great time. Probably amongst the few foreigners that were in the country at the time, and we went down there. So yeah, I like a bit of excitement in my trips. All right, who else we got? How are we going? Might see on the news someday being held as a hostage in one of those exotic countries. Or maybe write a book of all your adventures. Yeah, listen, I can't write. Someone would have to write it for me and just listen to the stories. But I think it could get interesting. Yeah. Hostage. I've never become a hostage. I had to think about that, didn't I? I just had to think. I almost, well, that wasn't becoming a hostage, I guess. I did have a gun put to my head in Laos, actually, not far from here, many years ago, where a local guy jumped on the bus. I was on a local bus traveling through the mountains, and there were bandits out on the road. This is the days before mobile phones, when you had your Lonely Planet guide, right? That's how you got around. And you used to read the reviews. And one of the reviews says, be careful on this road, traveling between these places, because there's bandits on the road that could rob you. And sure enough, guess what happened? Yeah, one of these bandits pulled the bus over like a normal passenger. You know, all the locals on the bus didn't realize, and he hopped on the bus and walked down the aisle. Then he pulls out a gun, a revolver of some sort, a pistol, fires a shot through the roof of the bus. I'm like, holy shit. I was with a Canadian girl at the time. We're on the back seat. I grabbed her, held her down like this. He's come walking straight up to me, put the gun here or here. It's here. Because I still have a scar under my eyebrow of the hot muzzle where it burnt me, right, after he fired the shot. Put that gun like this, started yelling in Lao. I don't know what he was saying. Obviously, he wanted money. And then all the locals on the bus started yelling at him, whatever, and an argument broke out. And I'm covering her, and I got my head down thinking, this is it, And then they managed to force him off the bus. Thank God for that. And then the rest of the trip, they put down clothing and stuff on the floor, and the two of us had to lie on the floor of the bus so that nobody could see us from the windows, our white foreign faces, and her blonde hair and so forth, to attract bandits to do that. So yeah, not quite hostage, but I don't think he wanted me to get off the bus, us to get off the bus. He just wanted money, which he didn't get. Hello, Hibbo. How are you, buddy? Welcome. There you go. Let's keep on subject, please. Ron is on at 4 p.m. here in the US. That's right. Good, good. Hibbo saying hello to everybody. Everyone's saying hello to Hibbo. Fantastic. Who else we've got? Everyone's saying hello. Good, I'll catch up. You use ProScale. GB saying ProScale Chrome. Yes, that's right. It comes out great. Yeah. Chrome paint does look good. You've got to do a black gloss base under it. And I don't know about with Outlaw paints, but with Outlaw paints, you had to do a very light mist over it, and you get this beautiful reflective chrome on it. Yeah, it was fine. But the quality of the chrome on those motorcycle kits from Tamiya on the plastic is fine. If you can use that and not have to go to the trouble of stripping it and painting them, it just saved a lot of work, and you still get a great result. And if you need to touch up, you can use a chrome paint pen. They're fine. Nobody's going to sneak underneath the bike and look up into the exhaust there and go, oh, that piece, you missed a spot. No, they're not, are they? So, yeah. Hibbo and Bilge. Gosh, there's two people we'd never want to see together in real life. My God. That would be crazy. What else we got? Daniel saying, you've been to Mombasa in Kenya. Beautiful down there, isn't it? I haven't been there. Yeah. Where Roland the Headless Thompson Gunner found Van Owen, who blew off Roland's head in the song by Warren Zevon. Really? I don't know about that, but okay. Yeah, Mombasa is a beautiful, it's on the coast of Kenya. That was a separate tour that's part of the, oh, you have to help me there. What's that mountain, the tallest mountain in Africa? Oh, gosh. I've seen it in the distance, but a lot of people make Mombasa as part of the tour of going up to the summit of that mountain. Oh, gosh, I should know it. Someone, you'll tell me in chat for sure. It's right there. I just can't think of the name. But, yeah, Mombasa is very nice in Kenya. Kilimanjaro, of course. Thank you. Thank you, Jim. Yes, Kilimanjaro. Yeah. But, you know, the Serengeti is fantastic. The Okinawa crater. I went through Namibia. I spent time with the Bushmen in Namibia, out in the desert. I've been to, I went to, gosh, I should get my passport. All the stamps are there. Of course, South Africa and Victoria Falls, Rwanda, I said that. The Nile, I went to the source of the Nile, where Mr. Livingston went through. You'll hear an ambulance out there. Hear that? Probably another motorcycle accident. Anyway. And yeah, gun to the head. Yeah, nothing new in America, is it? That happens all the time, I'm sure. Tell good stories. I've got a few to tell, yeah. Hello, Luke. Hello, buddy. Welcome. Mr. Luke Kinney is there. Cheers, mate. Kilimanjaro it is, yeah. And Mombasa is actually an island. Yes, that's right. Yeah, like I said, I've never been there, but yeah, it is too. So yeah, I'm just trying to think of the other names. Oh, Botswana. I went to Botswana. Where else? Through the Delta. Got chased by hippos. I'm trying to think of the other border that Victoria Falls is on. That other country there. But anyway, yeah, I love Africa. I'll definitely want to go back. I want to go back and do West Africa. Okay, they call it the Skeleton Coast that comes down south from Western Sahara. And we're talking places like Guinea, Zaire. I should bring up a map, shouldn't I? I should be looking at a map here. In fact, I know it's off subject, but let's have just a quick reminder of where I went so I could just explain. There we go. So Somalia, yeah, Somalia, Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania. Okay, I went to Tanzania. I went to Zambia. I went to Zimbabwe. Zambia was what I was thinking about. And I went to Namibia, Botswana, and South Africa. All those countries down there. What I want to do is go to Cameroon, Nigeria, maybe not Nigeria, Ghana, Guinea, Senegal would be nice, Mauritania would be good, places like that. Yeah, I'll do it. Go back. I really want to. I was planning to go there until that Ebola disease broke out, and that sort of put my plans on halt because they closed all the borders. And one of my plans was to do a lot of border crossing over the land, you know, and you couldn't do it. And then COVID came, so. But I have been in North Africa. I've been to Morocco, traveled through Morocco and Egypt. been all through Egypt as well. So, yeah. I'm just looking here, and I don't see Uganda on this map. I need to look at a better map, because that didn't look very... Let's go to this one. I'll bring that up and have a quick look. We'll get back on subject in a sec. Here we go. So, Uganda, Tanzania, the Congo. I didn't go into the Congo. There was certain areas of Congo are not safe. But yeah, that covers all of them. Malawi, that's another, yeah. Anyway, it's all good, all good. So, yeah, I've traveled a little bit. Okay, let me get this back here. How's the cleanup process in Chiang Mai? It's looking much, much better now. Some businesses are still not open. They got flooded out badly. Probably didn't have any money to get their business up and running again. There's still a lot of mud and rubbish built up in the back streets that the garbage trucks really haven't got into yet, but it's a lot better than it was, because at this point now, any waste that's around is going to be putrid and there'd be diseases. So yeah, the water's gone, most of the mud's gone, and it's back to normal for most people. Yeah. What else we got? Damn, Peter, you're a fast guy if you can outrun angry hippos. Yeah, the problem was we were in a canoe. So running wasn't an option. All right. So I had this great photograph somewhere where we pulled up. We're going through the delta in Botswana. It's a wetlands area. And there's hippos. Oh, man, I tell you, I just remembered something that happened on those boats. We're in these dugout canoes, and the locals are rowing us through with these poles, and we're working our way through the reeds, okay? I'll keep the story short, I promise, all right? And then there's hippos, and we see hippos. There's like little grass islands around, like small, and we pulled up and we seen this massive hippo in the distance. And there was 4 canoes with us all. There's about 3 of us in a canoe, all right? And we pulled up onto this island, and we started to get out when the guide suddenly says, get back in, get back in. And we look, and this massive big hippo had seen us and was starting to walk towards us. And we go, oh, and we jump back in the canoes. They push the canoes back into the water, and they're rowing, and this hippo has gone down into the water, and he's coming up the river chasing us. And for a while there, he's making ground on us. So whoever, I wasn't in the last canoe, but they would have been the ones who got taken out. They were getting caught up. What happened was the guides didn't realize that there was a younger hippo, a baby hippo that this mother was protecting. They're very, very territorial. So fortunately, we got enough distance out of the territory, and the thing gave up and went back. But these hippos are very dangerous, and they spend a lot of their time under the water, and all you can see is their ears and their nose at the top of the water. They're hard to spot, and they're the most dangerous animals in Africa. They kill more people than anyone else. And I see locals fishing in the rivers up to their waist deep with fishing lines, and there'll be hippos just on the bait, just floating on the other bank, on the other shore of the little river. It's like, they'll come up and just take you away. You won't know what hit you. Terrible. But the other thing too was, while we were going through all those reeds further on, our guide said to us, do you like spiders? Okay. Now, being from Australia, and there were a few Aussies there, but there were a few British there as well. I think most of the girls there were from England, and there was a couple of American there. They don't like spiders, and I'm used to spiders. So the guide said to us, there's going to be some spiders. They're only small, and they won't bite. And it's just while we go through this section of reeds through this delta. We thought, oh, okay, no worries. So we go through. All of a sudden, I'm in the third canoe back, all right, and up in the front, I hear this girl scream, and then another girl screams, and then a guy is going, oh shit, and starts swearing, right? Then as we come along on the reeds, we're brushing aside as we're going through, they're in the water, spiders. Not just 2 or 3, hundreds of spiders, and small, you know what it's like. You're an Aussie, a big spider is a big spider, right? Like the size of your hand almost, right? These spiders were probably about the size of a 50-cent piece, okay? They're about that round. That's pretty big, especially when there's friggin' hundreds of them. And they all come off the reeds onto your arm, all over you, all over the boat, around your feet, crawling across you. And they were ugly looking spiders, like, not like, like daddy long leg things. These were like proper spiders. And it was freaky, eh? And then after about a few minutes, we'd gone through that area and the spiders had all gone away. But oh, the poor girls, they've definitely got a spider phobia for the rest of their lives. They really should have told us about that before you had the choice of going on the canoe hippo spotting trip. They should have mentioned the spiders, because that was a bit unfair for people who don't like them. I got no problem with spiders. I can go and pick up a huntsman and put him outside and pet him. It's no problem. So there you go. How are we going? I'm trying to stick to modeling, but you're not helping, guys. Jet, they got some funky food there, eh, Pete, in Africa? Yes, they do. Let me have a sip of my coffee. I was telling Hibbo about this because Hibbo loves giraffes, all right? Hibbo loves giraffes. And he has giraffe statues all over his place. He loves giraffes. I was telling him, I went to a restaurant that's really well known in Cape Town. It's called Carnivore. All right. So definitely not the place to go if you're a vegetarian. Okay. But wow, it's fantastic. So all of us at the end of our second expedition, all of our group finished up in Cape Town. And the last night we all got together for a dinner at the Carnivore restaurant. And in there, you can eat things like hippo steaks, all right, giraffe burgers, warthog, different types of deer and antelope, all this different exotic foods. Giraffe was the most extreme. I didn't think that giraffe was a meal eaten, but giraffe is probably about the same popularity as what kangaroo is in Australia. Okay, it's not something you buy every day, but it's available and you can get it if you want. And I'm thinking, being a butcher, could you imagine a butcher shop with a giraffe in there hanging up? How the hell are you supposed to reach up there to cut a piece of neck steak off the giraffe? I mean, that would be quite a sight to see an abattoir. Oh, anyway. Let's not talk about that. What about the food we have here in Thailand? Eh? Subject? Yeah, subject. Have you done work on your build? I think I showed you that I painted it. Did I show that last week? I'm pretty sure I did. For those who don't have me on Facebook, I will quickly show you a quick little video of what I saw yesterday. You'll love this. Where are we? Here it is. Is that the one I want to see? That one? We can get the sound on this as well. There we go. Sorry if you don't like, if you're a bit squeamish, sorry about that. But, there we go. They're getting my pork chops ready for lunch. It's going to take a while, but yeah. The amazing thing is with this, and I'll show you another video, is in the background, and I'll show you this picture. You can't really make it out, but in the background there are about 15 kids. 15 kids from the local area, all sitting along the back on chairs watching the whole thing. You know, so obviously they're getting ready to cook up this massive pig. It's a massive pig, eh? So yeah, that was interesting. Oh, of course, I had a fantastic coffee at the local coffee shop. I like trying out different coffee shops. So there you go. That little piggy went to the market. And did I say 9 p.m.? 5 a.m. I should have said. Ron just put his video up. So there you go. Straight after my live stream, guys, go over and watch Ron's video. So yeah, I painted it. I showed you that, didn't I? Didn't I? I think I did. That's funny. I've got more chat showing up in my live stream watching on the laptop than I am showing up in my comments on my live stream for StreamYard here. So you have done your work. Yeah. So yeah, I painted it, mate. I painted it. Do you want to see what I painted? I'll show you. I'll show you. There we go. All right, here we go. Here we go. So we've got some paint on there now. Oh, and the decals are on. So I put the decals on too. Come on, focus, you stupid camera. The engine bay, I've still got to put the doors on the back of the engine bay there. And, all right. Now I can see, you can see the decal's got that coating over it, but I haven't clear coated. I haven't flat cleared over the decals yet. So that'll take that away. But other than that, there's down inside. Looking all right, eh? Just trying to get that to focus. There we go. And of course, there's our turret with all the detailing underneath there. That's going to sit on there. It's not glued down. I'm not going to glue it down. That'll come off. And also the little turret on the top there. See, that sits on there perfectly. That's how that's going to stay. And we've got this one here as well. So you can look down in there if you want. Okay. It looks good. It's just missing those things on here, aren't it? The wheels, the tracks. Yeah, factory fresh. Yeah, don't worry, I'll have to fix all that up. Yeah, I'm going to dirty it up. Even got the lenses in there for the lights. So it's come up all good. I'm pretty happy with that. So just put that where it's not going to get damaged. I'll put it back in the box because I'll talk about this in a second. So what I've decided to do is, because I'm doing the build series on that tank, the next video that comes out will probably be the last one of that series for a while. And all it's going to be is showing me putting together, believe it or not, a few track links, just so people watching can know how it's done. I know you guys all know, but you know. Is that the Soviet? Yes, this is the European version. It's going to stay that green. There'll be no camo on it at all. So, yeah, the last video showed it painted. That's right. Yeah. So, yeah, it's looking factory fresh, but it won't because I'm going to dirty it up. That'll be fine. You haven't done, what's this? Haven't touched a kit for a week until this morning. Ah, okay. Yeah. painting the tires, road wheels. Yeah, look, I've got to go into more detail. Like I've just done the green over everything, the olive drab over everything. So probably yes. They're going to be a darker color, aren't they? They're going to be a flat black, possibly. I don't know. I've got to check. There was an error in the decals for this, and I mentioned it in my last video. If you follow the instructions and look at the pictures, they've got the decal in the wrong place. You need to look at the picture on the box to see that, or go research and find the real tank. You'll probably see it all completely different. But trying to get it like it is on the box, the instructions tell you wrong. They tell you to put one of the decals over the top of one of the others in the wrong position. But anyway, so yeah. I'm gonna do, so the next video will be just me putting a few links together, all right? And then I'll probably show the decals if I didn't show that in the last video. I don't remember. Rubber black, yeah, that's right. I think I might have rubber black, so that's cool. I love that paint. It looks great, doesn't it? So yeah, that will be it. And then you won't see another video there for a while, all right? Because I've decided that people are just going to have to wait to see the finished tank, all right? And I am, as of this week, starting this, okay? I'm making a start on this. Although I'm a little bit discouraged in this as well, in the fact that, NATO black are good too. Yeah, that's right. It just puts that flat, dull black on there, doesn't it? Yeah, tire black. There's plenty of choices. Yeah. So yeah, the Reuben James Oliver Hazard Perry class. I'm going to start that. All right. The thing that's a bit discouraging is that I've never built a ship in my whole life of building models of about 3 years. Built a ship that has instructions that complete it in pretty much 10 steps. 10 steps and it's done, the whole ship. And I'm a little bit concerned about how it's going to, the detail or lack of it in this model. Yeah, I mean, there are, all right, the helicopter is step 11. You put the helicopter together. Well, that's not really, that's nothing, right? And then step 12 is putting the stand there. Well, that doesn't really count, does it? So, you know, in fact, that's probably one of the first things you do to put the thing on to work on it. But yeah, it's just the very basic, not much to it. But having said that, this is the special edition, okay? And the special edition comes with that. And I just dropped the photo etch. It's okay. It's in the plastic. So the photo etch, it comes with photo etch in this special edition. And there's separate instructions for photo etch, as you can see, all that. And I just dropped the decals out as well. It's good. There's our decals, including the helicopter deck and all the rest. And then there's, what is that? Oh, so in there, look at that, one metal mast in there. Anyway, we'll see. I'll do my miracle work and I'll make it, you know, I'll make it look good. It's going to be one of those models where the finished result is going to be all in the weathering, okay? To get this looking from a basic looking plastic model painted ship to something that looks like it's real, it's the weathering that's going to be the key feature of this. So we'll see. The railings are all there. There's railings. There's a few other bits and pieces and stuff in there that I'm not going to mention because Hibbo will go off at me because I don't know the names of everything. But that's okay. And I also want to quickly show you guys. Yeah, I'll put them together. That's right. Yeah, that's right. Thanks, Jim. I knew someone's on my side. I haven't even taken this out of the plastic. This is the hull. So there's the length of it. It's not very long. It's probably about 40 centimeters long. It's not very high. That's the height of the ship. There's a little bit of detail. You can see a little bit of detail in there. I've already done the review on my channel. So I've already done the review of the unboxing of this. So, well, yeah. What the hell? I'm looking forward to a change, whatever. And I'll give it my best shot. I just think that a lot of the plastic parts seem to be a bit thick, you know? Like, for example, see the railings on that. Look how thick that is. Even those railings, look how wide, how thick. They just don't seem to be within scale, especially when you put them up against the photo etch, which is really thin stuff. Sometimes I'm wondering, is the photo etch going to look wrong? Too small a scale compared to the plastic. Anyway, these things will come across during the build, you know. Jim's going. Cheers, mate. Thank you. You have a good rest of your night. Enjoy yourself. Charlie's there. Hello, Charlie. That's all right. That's okay. Just leave your late note on my desk, and I'll reconsider detention for being late. In my days in school, we used to have a choice. It was detention or the cane. And you know what? Most of the people would rather get the cane. Usually one swipe on each, lot of fingers on each hand, because nobody likes staying back after school. Your mates would be up playing pinball machines or riding roller skates back in the day, riding skateboards and having fun after school. You don't want to miss out on any of that. It's rather get it over quick and get the cane. But a lot of the time it had to do with what teacher was going to be enforcing and giving you the cane. We had a maths teacher who was a St. George football player, big guy. And when he swung that cane, oh, Jesus, I don't know how fingers didn't break, you know. But then if you had an older guy like Mr. Schultz, was this really old guy, he could hardly lift his arm up to swing the cane. He was fine. Give me 6 cuts, 6 of the best. I didn't care, you know. But yeah, if you got Mr. Stumbles, his name was Mr. Stumbles, a football player. How about that? Yeah. Woo. Yeah. Another teacher I had was, and you might know these if you're in Australia, Peter Mortimer, who also had his brother, Canterbury players, Peter and Steve Mortimer. They were school teachers, and Peter Mortimer was my school teacher. He was a big guy. Yeah, he could swing the cane too. Not that I was a model student, not that I know. I didn't get the cane. Just what I heard from the other kids. Anyway, guys. Well, let me just check my phone. We got Ron's video going up. Ron's posted his link into the Scalemodeling Facebook group. So if you want to join that, you can do that. There he is. There it is there. We can do, there he is. Part 2153. Jeff and myself have now liked that. I got junk mail. I got that. I got Ron's personal Facebook page, and we're good to go. And there's his model ship. There he is. We all know that tune, don't we? Down goes the coffee cup.
Good morning. Welcome to Winnipeg.
There we go. That's how it starts. You'll be addicted to him in no time if you don't already watch him. Peter's got to go. Thanks, mate. Good. You enjoy the rest of your weekend. Yes, hopefully next week for sure will be a different time for people in the UK. Will be an hour earlier, which will be good. I think. Yeah, that's right. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to call it quits too. Just over the hour mark, an hour and 15 we've been going. I've been babbling on. John Alex just popped in there at the last second. G'day, mate. Welcome. Good on you, mate. Good. Hope you're well. And yeah, I'm just about to finish up. So I'm going to go and have some breakfast and look at those tracks and just look at them, because I've been doing a lot of looking at those tracks. That's for sure. Not much touching, just looking. But yeah, I'm going to start doing the working on that ship and doing those videos for a change. I haven't got the paint. I've got the Mr. Surfacer primer for it all, but I haven't actually got the base coat grey for the ship yet. So that'll be a visit to the hobby shop. That'll be a visit to the model shop, which I need to do as well. Yeah, and try not to buy anything more than just a jar of paint. All right, guys. Thank you everybody for joining and coming in. Thanks for sneaking in there at the end, Mr. John Alec. Another great channel. Go and visit, guys. John Alec Scale Modeling. All right, you guys are all part of them anyway, I'm sure. Two less to do next time. Exactly, Bilge. That's right. That's exactly what that's the way. Yeah. Yeah. Once I start building the ship and just doing more modeling to begin with, it's just it's going to be harder as the month goes on too, because the weather's getting better and there's so many opportunities to go out and do stuff too. But hey, you know, it's my life. I'll do what I want. The channel's still growing. We're doing well. We're getting close to how many subscribers now? I think we're getting up to, let me go and have a quick look. If I click there and go open new tab, how many subscribers is Oz Scale Modeling at now? We're almost at 6,000. Is that right? Surely. Yeah, probably about 100 subscribers off 6,000 subscribers. So, yeah, pretty happy with that. It's slowly growing, slowly growing. So I'm good. I'm good. I'm glad a lot of new people are coming on board and enjoying it. All right, guys, I'm going. I'm just going to bring up my little catchy little tune to play as we leave. I'll get rid of that weather we don't need to know about. And there it is, live stream exit. That's the one. Good. All right. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, morning, afternoon, and evenings. I'll see you next week. And can't promise a video this week coming out, but definitely the following week. All right. We'll see. Okay. Cheers all. Catch us later. Bye.